I'm Professor Pam Nilan, one of the professors of sociology at the University of Newcastle in New South Wales. I've been working for many years on Indonesia. I speak Indonesian and I've been doing research there, both qualitative and quantitative research since 1995. That's probably my biggest achievement, our biggest contribution to the field. My main area of interest is looking at school-to-work transition and also popular culture and gender. Since Indonesia is a Muslim-majority country with over 90% of the population Muslim, although I'm not an Islamist as such, I've had to become much more interested and much more informed about Islam. So part of my work on Indonesia was I did read the Quran cover to cover in English. I felt it was really important to me to know what's in the Quran. I guess the thing about Indonesian youth is that many of the ways we understand young people in the West don't really apply there. They're far more embedded in their families, their kinship networks than young people are here. The idea of a very personal, individual choice about everything in their world is misplaced in a way because they're very responsible members of their own kinship and families, and so they make negotiated choices. I got involved in AAIMS because, as an offshoot of the fact that I have published on Islam in Indonesia, I was asked to join a TIDE-funded project on Muslim job seekers, obstacles to Muslim job seekers in Australia, who are not necessarily recent refugees. Maybe they're even second and third generation, but they are of Middle Eastern appearance, or they've got a slight accent, or for young women, they might wear the hijab, therefore they look a bit different, and how they fitted in, how they actually got jobs, how they overcame the obstacles of the job market. Well, I've been doing some work on a anti-Islam and anti-immigration group in Australia, the Soldiers of Odin, and I'm just about to publish a chapter in a book on that particular issue. So they're very anti-Islam. The other thing I've done is to look at what happens when a group is labelled a Muslim youth gang in Melbourne, where I'm living at the moment. So were Sudanese and African youth because of their appearance being tagged by the media. But in fact, the police themselves have asked the media not to describe them as a gang because it doesn't correspond to any aspect of their social organisation. Not everybody comes out of those parts of Africa is necessarily Muslim, so it's a misnomer. But it carries with it a real taboo. I'm actually going to self-fund another project in Indonesia and actually collect some data again on the ground, talking to young people about their futures, talking to young people about how they see the world, back to some of the work that I was doing maybe 5 years ago.